Good morning vlog, happy, I always say that, I always say happy Tuesday. We're definitely on island time now because I obviously don't know what day it is. This morning I'm just starting off my morning with my nice full brekkie, which I wanted to give you guys an update on because obviously I'm on this whole mission at the moment to like heal, recover, regain my menstrual cycle, combat like these massive hunger spikes that I've been having. And I've just finished 3 days eating, like intentionally eating more, and I haven't had any issues with binge eating or overeating. However, like I would give my end of the day hunger rating probably still like a 5 out of 10. Like last night, I finished dinner and stuff, and by the time I went to bed, I was like hungry again. I do feel like my body is tolerating the food pretty well. Like I do still feel like inflamed and stuff, but like I said, it feels more hormonal than like digestive because obviously I still not got my cycle. But I feel like I'm kind of like past that point now where when I got to Bali, I was quite lean and I didn't really have a lot of body fat around my midsection. And when you regain body fat from like that kind of set point, you kind of wake up every day and notice that there's like more accumulation of fat around your hips and around your stomach. It's quite obvious. I feel like that's really settled in the last 2 weeks. Like I'm not waking up every day going like, oh my God, my stomach is like, you know, holding more fat today, or it's more watery today. I feel like it's a little bit more consistent. So I'm feeling good about that, and I've like not gone back into that binge and restrict cycle, or if I've ate too much, I haven't like pulled back my calories, or I've just been really intentional. And I've also been really like paid a little bit more attention to my main meals when I'm eating out as well, not being restrictive, but just trying to balance them a bit better. So for example, I had my big breakfast yesterday, then I went and had an egg bagel post training, and a coffee. And then around my lunch, because I had already had like my carbs from that bagel, and I had a big breakfast with like fruit and chia seeds and toast and everything, I just made that kind of like lunch meal more heavy on protein and lower on carbs. So I did like a big salad bowl with chicken, and then for dinner I brought in a little bit more carbs again just to make it a little bit more satiating. The portions here are really like teeny tiny, so it's so hard to like feel fully satiated. And like I said, with the vegetables and stuff, there's just not that much option. Like you can get vegetables obviously, but it's just like not in the abundance, and you have to kind of be careful about salads and stuff like that, because that's where you can kind of get sick, because they sometimes in some restaurants they will wash the vegetables in like the tap water, which is not treated water. It's like really dirty water, so you're actually kind of like more likely to get sick from things like salad bowls, etc., opposed to like local cuisine. So I had a salad bowl, which was just like edamame. It was more cooked. It was edamame, cauliflower rice, teriyaki chicken, boiled egg. So it was like a warm salad bowl, but that was very low in carbs, high in fats and protein, because I added avocado to it and pumpkin seeds. And then so for dinner I just had a chicken wrap, which was teeny tiny. It came with chips on the side. I only had a couple, they were super greasy. And then I had a little bit of Amara's dinner, which was banana French toast. So that was like my sweet treat. And then I came home, I was still a little bit, I could have ate, like I definitely could have ate, but I was like, no, I've had, you know, my meals, it's good, we're signing off for the night. I didn't wake up super hungry today, which is good. It's actually a little bit later than what I have been having my breakfast time at. So again, good signal, good biofeedback. Yeah, really happy with how everything's going, but I'm gonna make my breakfast. Also, like my butt has grown so much. I will not be able to fit my denim shorts at the end of this holiday. I'm not doing eggs today. I'm doing like a protein chia seed pudding and toast. I'm just feeling like I want something sweet. Oh, I forgot to show you guys, I've been having sea moss and I'm actually obsessed with it. It's literally $10 here. I'm pretty sure in New Zealand and Australia, actually I don't even know if you can get it in New Zealand, but it's a lot more expensive, and it's actually supposedly can help your thyroid function. I'm nearly finished it. You have to have it cold though, like if it's warm or like room temperature, absolutely rank. but it just tastes like jelly, and this is grape flavor. It's supposed to be really good for gut health as well. Having my Jerry's protein bed, I actually messaged them on Instagram yesterday asking if I can promote their product for them, because I do so much promo for them in my like what I eat in days and like these videos, because I literally use their product constantly and I really, really love it. So fingers crossed. So having 2 slices of this, and I'll do powdered almond butter because it's stripped of the fat, higher protein. But I'm going to put the fats because I've got my chia seed protein pudding, so I've got my healthy fats in there, and I've made it with skim milk. There's whey isolate in there as well, so this meal is going to be probably like over 35 grams of protein. And then I'm going to do a little bit of like watermelon, banana, a little bit of granola, dried goji berries, and some nuts. It's really important for me to make sure that this meal is like super satiating, because I'm finding having that bigger meal earlier in the day rather than like trying to push my meal out, which is what I've been doing for so long. It's just really helping me to feel fuller for longer across the whole entire day. Duh, who would have thought? But when you're so used to trying to minimize the amount of calories that you're eating, especially when you're on holiday, because I know like my little nutrition brain knows that the calories in restaurant food are so much higher than what they would be when we're at home, and like one meal out can easily be 1,000 calories, even though I really do try to like make modifications to things. Like I always ask for sauces on the side, ask for no butter. I'm not afraid to ask to make like those changes to better align it with my goal, but like it's hard, like you don't know what's in the food. So my little nutrition brain is like, oh, like we need to kind of be mindful of how much we're eating because, you know, it's really easy to accumulate extra body fat when you're eating restaurant food twice a fucking day. But I feel like my body's actually tolerating it really well at the moment. So I have no idea how much I weigh, by the way. I have no idea how much weight I've gained, but I reckon I'm eating between 2,500 to like 2,800 calories. I know that's a big gap. It's obviously because I'm not tracking my food, and my food variety like is very different every single day. But I reckon it's around that. And that's like a really solid increase from where I was. I was at like 2,000 calories to 2,100 calories before I left. 14 to 16k steps. Now I'm only doing like 10k steps. So there's a massive reduction in my energy output as well to consider. Even if that is the case and I am accumulating body fat, the most that I'll probably gain over the next in the month that I would have been in Bali is going to be around like 3.5 kilos, 4 kilos max, like absolute max. And that's not going to be like true weight. Some of that's going to be water, glycogen, inflammation. So realistically, we're kind of looking at like 2.5 to 3 kilos max that I would have gained, which is actually really healthy for where I was at when I left. I was 55 kilos when I left, so that would put me around 58 kilos. My healthy range for like my body, where I feel my best, is anywhere between 56 to like 59, 60 kilos ish. I mean, my ideal, I've mentioned before, is kind of 56 to 58. If we're going by numbers, I do have more muscle density now as well in comparison to like last year. So yeah, that's something to take into consideration. But yeah, naturally my body sits around 59 kilos to like 61 kilos when I'm not really trying to do much. That's like my healthy maintenance. But my ideal maintenance for me, I would love to be around 56 to 58. You guys have seen it before, but this is my protein chia pudding. I'm actually gonna put some honey on it, a squeege of honey on it as well. I have my nice big brekkie, my chia pudding, my toast. We're actually going to another villa today that I booked for just us as a family, me, Dad, and Amara in Uluwatu. It's super nice, so that'll be really, really nice to show you guys. This is probably like 700 calories or something like that. I have no idea, but I have such a big appetite, and that's something that I've always like kind of been really awkward about, or like felt kind of guilty or ashamed about, is I have a huge appetite, and that's why eating whole foods predominantly is what has really helped me to like conquer that or better manage that, it's like high fat, high fiber, high protein is what feels best for me. But as I've mentioned before, it's been kind of hard to eat how I would normally eat over here. Also the fact that I am still recovering, so I do really need to prioritize, you know, getting those calories into my body so I can get my hormone health back in check. That's so important. It's been too long now. Like it's been a while. So I haven't had a period since the start of June, but everyone's nutritional needs are so unique and so different, and like you should never feel guilty because your body requires more food to feel satiated. In my very first build phase, I was actually able to push in 3,200 calories. And I think I only put on 4 kilos in that build phase. Second build phase, I didn't do quite as well, but I actually think I was pushing a lot more food in than what I was tracking, because I only started like tracking 4 weeks before I started my last prep, because I was just constantly overeating because I was so fucking hungry. And my target calories were like 2,600 and I was constantly overshooting them. So it's better to eat more and like control it and have it consistently, rather than to like overshoot and then just like have that all or nothing mindset. It's also really hard for your body to like regulate when you're overeating and then undereating, which is something that I struggled with for so long. So I know it can be scary, and even myself, like now, I felt so good, I felt so in control, and then boom, like hit with the mad hunger cues and having to pivot. But I feel so much more at ease now that I'm really clear on like what my focus and my priority is, which is healing and recovering and managing and preventing these like binge cycles or overeating cycles, and maintaining a positive relationship with food, just trusting that when I go home I'll be able to just seamlessly transition back into what I know and what I love. But also with the weight gain side of things, like obviously that can be really challenging, but trying to celebrate it. Like I actually love the way that I'm looking at the gym when I'm training at the moment. Like, yeah, I can see that my face is filled out. I can feel that my clothes are tighter, but I'm also stronger. I'm eating so much more food. I have a lot less like more choice. Like I never really felt super restricted because I like the way that I eat. But when I came to Bali, I was like, oh shit, like I feel really limited to what I can actually have that aligns with my values optimally. So having to pivot around that, and actually now being open to having more indulgent foods here and there, and like saying yes to different things, and not having that kind of like putting myself in a box as much. So yeah, I thought I would share that just to celebrate what you are doing rather than what you're not doing, and shift the focus. Like don't be afraid to reevaluate, rewrite your expectations. Like your goals are always interchangeable. Just because I'm in this phase now doesn't mean that later on like I'm not gonna shift the focus onto something else again. But always have 2 feet grounded in whatever phase that you're in, and just get really clear on like what are actually your biggest intentions and priorities right now. I have just walked along the beach to the beach wellness club thing to do some check-ins this morning. It's Tuesday, so one of my busiest days of the week. Yesterday I just worked out of a cafe, but today I just wanted to have a little bit more space and better Wi-Fi connection, less background noise, and honestly it's so stunning. I'm going to show you. Beautiful weather today. I'm just enjoying a coffee. This is a full cream milk cappuccino. And then I'm going to do my non-negotiables for my work tasks. So what I like to do is like write things down in a sense of urgency, get those done, and then I'm going to do some training in upper body. I might try film a little bit of it. I don't have shoes because it's been like downpouring here the last few days, and every time it's been downpouring I've been out for a walk and my sneakers have got absolutely drenched, and because it's so humid here, like they can't dry and they absolutely fucking stink, and I did not want to put on drenching stinking shoes today, so I'm wearing jandals which will be interesting. But at the gym that I train at up the road, they literally all wear jandals, so hopefully it's not a problem here as well. I'm going to try do it when the class finishes. It is it's 11:15 a.m. I had my breakfast around 6:30 I think, so I'm having kind of like an early small lunch, which is soba noodles, seared tuna, poached egg, pickled ginger, lime, etc. exhausted. I just forgot to record my last 2 exercises, which is just cable rope pull downs and cable bicep curls, superset, 2 sets, 15 to 20 reps. I'm so sweaty, like my ponytail is literally drenched. I actually just weighed myself as well. I wasn't going to, and I was like, no, don't, because it's going to affect the way that I feel about my progress, but I actually did it and I feel really good and really reassured. What I was saying is I wasn't going to weigh myself because I didn't want to feel crap about myself, and I just wanted to focus on the way that I felt, but also I wanted to make sure I'm not overshooting and I am being sensible, because the last thing I want to do is like go home and feel like I could have, like, I just, sometimes being avoidant is not the answer. So it's trying to find that middle ground, but really making sure that like you have a high level of self-awareness and you spend a lot of time self-reflecting before you tie in the data if you notice the data is starting to make you feel a certain way. My rate of gain is really starting to stabilize. I weighed myself, like, I've had 2 meals today, and big meals as well, pretty big meals, 2 coffees, lots of water, been walking around, so it's not going to be true scale weight, but it was 58.1, which is really good, because last week when I weighed myself, and I think I had like 1 meal, like a small meal, if that, and it was like a little bit earlier in the day, I was 57.7. So if I knock off like a kilo realistically of the water and the food, I'm actually like sitting pretty steady. And then also you have to account for any type of like hormonal fluctuations, which we have no idea where I'm at hormonally at the moment, but it just goes to show that like eating consistently, your body can tolerate it, your body will adapt. But if you're constantly under eating and then overshooting, that's when you get those crazy fluctuations, and your body weight will just keep fluctuating because you're not like allowing it to adapt and put itself in a more comfortable position. So I'm so relieved with that, and like I have, like, that has just reassured me that I can trust myself and that I can trust my body. This really seems to be a reoccurring trend at the moment. Every time I'm walking back, it starts pissing down. And like by pissing down, I mean actual pissing it down. I've actually just ordered some lunch. I ordered a salad bowl. I've just really been loving having like a staple meal, like my breakfast and the salad bowls kind of around lunchtime, because you can make them really low calorie. It has so many good options, and then I just have like a little sweet treat with that, and that kind of ties me over to dinner. I don't have carbs with the salad bowl really. I use like cauliflower rice, and today I use some like 9-calorie noodles or something, so then I'm like getting volume and I can have more choice. Meantime, I'm eating this matcha protein day bar thing that Amara had 1 bite of. Lunch has arrived, so I thought I would show you. The other thing that I ate before had like 8 grams of protein, and I think it was around 135 calories, and I'm gonna want to have something sweet after this as well, so I might have like 1 or 2 squares of dark chocolate and like a small bowl of that chocolate coated popcorn, because I am feeling a little bit hungry. It looks like the 9-calorie noodles are konjac noodles. I got ponzu sauce, which was super low calorie, and I'll actually just show you. So we got chicken, some fried shallots, edamame, sesame seeds, eggs, cucumber, pineapple, tomato, and konjac noodles, I'm assuming, and then you just pour the sauce on top, and it's actually a very low calorie. Post lunch snack is some chocolate peanut butter covered popcorn, which is 140 calories per serve, and this is like maybe 3/4 of a serve, and 2 squares of dark plum chocolate. Little tip with snacking: if you are a snacker and get carried away very easily, put it in a bowl, sit down, like portion it out and eat it away from the kitchen, because if you're just having like, you're picking at things, for example the popcorn, it's so easy to just like mindlessly eat the whole bag. We have arrived in the villa in Uluwatu. This is the pool, these are the 2 bedrooms, the bathrooms are so nice, and this is the kitchen. Amara has been without a TV for this whole trip pretty much, so she's loving watching YouTube. I don't know what she's watching. I'll show you the rooms. So nice. These are the rooms. A little mirror here. And then we come in here and there's like this beautiful big open shower. Nice big mirror. Nice big mirror here. Robes. Yeah, I thought I would treat Dad to a nice little staycation and stay in a nice wee villa just to get out for a little bit and yeah, have some chill space, because the villa that we're staying in is super small and there's not a lot of space for all of us, so it's nice to be able to have some big space. It's raining and I am really hungry today. I just feel like eating sweet stuff. This is a snake fruit, by the way. If you've never seen a snake fruit, this is a snake fruit. I'm not sure about it. I kind of like it, but I really just feel like eating chocolate, to be honest. It is 4:20 p.m. and I'm so hungry now. Like really peckish. So I'm gonna have a blue dinosaur chocolate chip protein bar, which is egg white protein and collagen. I love these personally. People have mixed opinions, but I really like them. Especially if you want something like with like a fudgy kind of texture. Still super hungry today, so I'm having my PB2 on some buckwheat rice cake things before we go for dinner a little bit later. Granddaughter and granddad cuddles. Granddude cuddles.
Granddude, yeah, like this. Come out like this one. Do like this, like this. Do that one.
Back at it with the bloody snacks. I'm having watching Amara go past the window. I'm having a stuffed date. I'm just so ravenous. I'm so ravenous. I've not got my cycle. All I want is chocolate. All I've been craving is chocolate, every freaking thing. We're gonna go for dinner soon anyways. The key is, because I've been so snacky today, was just like go for something satiating. I obviously didn't really have anything too filling or like calorie dense or carby in my lunch. Probably should have in hindsight, and maybe I wouldn't have all these like annoying snacky cravings, but yeah, it is what it is. Tiny, it looked way cooler on Instagram. They fucking got me. Should I just pop in? This menu looks so bloody good. I honestly cannot decide what to get. This one sounds right up my alley, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. This looks yummy. Sweet potato fry.
Yeah.
Dad's looks really good. Are you enjoying your chicken?
Like that.
Look at all the yummy desserts. Look at that chocolate cake. Doesn't it look delicious? Carrot cake.
Can I get a chocolate cake for Mommy?
I don't think we can put the chocolate cake in our suitcase, but we can get her some cookies.
And it has no chocolate.
The chocolate cake looks very delicious. She's so focused on the ice cream. Oh my gosh. We got 3 spoons, so she'd share it, but it's not happening. Can you put it on the table, please? Because you're gonna. She's not even looking away for like a second. Look.
Eating frenzy. Good.
Guys, you would not believe it. I knew, and I don't know if I've said it in any of my vlogs, but I think I've said like I'm a little bit like surprised Henry hasn't come and surprised me, because he's just like that. Like that is his love language. He always does. He's just very thoughtful, and like he loves surprises, and he goes out of his way to do like kind of extravagant things. Last night I was in bed. Oh my god, I've been in so much pain. I don't know if you can see, but I just feel so swollen. It's horrible. I'm really uncomfortable. I was all day yesterday, swelling really bad. Anyways, went to sleep, and then in the middle of the night somebody was hugging me, and I don't know why I wasn't like, I didn't jump or anything. I was just like, wait a second, because my dad got stuck last night. He ran out of petrol, and he had this whole like ordeal trying to get back here, and I thought it was Dad. I thought Dad had come back and he was giving me a hug for some reason, because something sad had happened or something. I don't know. Except this person had a head of hair, and I just like looked down, and then I was like, he said like, hello darling or something, and I was like, oh, it's Henry. So he arrived at like midnight. Sorry, my voice, it's like 4 a.m. He arrived at midnight. Me and Mara and him all had a little catch up in bed, and then it was so funny because obviously it's just been me and Amara, so we've been like chilling, sleeping, chilling, and then Henry gets there. We're like smushed in the bed, he's snoring, she's going, I can't get comfy, and tossing and turning, and I was just like, yeah, this is like definitely family vibes again, which is so funny. I was saying to him, like, I feel like I was only just starting to find my feet on my own, but no, like I'm so happy because I have a whole agenda planned for today of like what we're gonna do, what me and Amara and Dad were gonna do, and now Henry's here, so I'm so excited, so excited, because he's like the fun one. Henry is makes the family, so I'm really excited for him to be here for the last 10 days of the holiday. I fucking knew it. I knew he was gonna come. But I'm still gonna do my work in the morning this morning, and then I've got the whole day with the fam. And what else was I gonna say? Still hanging out from my period. When he woke me up in the middle of the night, I found it so hard to get back to sleep because my stomach was so sore, like uncomfortably, like I felt really hungry. I don't feel too bad now, but it's like definitely really crampy and horrible, so perfect timing. I got this really weird thing called brain brew yesterday, which is lion's mane mushrooms, and you just add it to coffee. So I'm giving it a go. It's supposed to help convert food into energy, which is what I need right now because I have been eating like a fucking horse. If you've been watching my vlogs or if you've been watching my like Instagram, no food is enough food right now. It's so frustrating. I had a really big dinner last night, and I had the most amazing blueberry chocolate cake, like phenomenal. Me and Amara shared it, and I got home and I was just like, this is literally what life is all about. Like sitting there with my daughter, she was so well behaved. We had some dinner together, and she has been such a freaking fussy eater for the longest time and doesn't want to try anything, not interested in food unless it's junk food. And like since we've been in Bali, she's been eating so much better, and like she's trying different things and like not getting worked up about it. Like I went to a warung yesterday and I did like a really big plate so I could do a mix of like all these different things, and like she was trying all these different pieces, and she had like some sticky orange chicken that was a bit spicy, and she still like really loved it. So we shared all those like little bits. She didn't eat much, but I was so happy that she just like tried, and it was like really fun. And then we shared the chocolate blueberry cake. That was kind of like my incentive. I know that you're not supposed to do that, but we shared chocolate blueberry cake afterwards, and it was phenomenal. And when she had the first mouthful, she was literally like, and I was like, this is what life is about. We came home, we had cuddles, I read a book. It was just so nice, and I was just like, oh my god, this is what I have been craving for these years that like I've been in prep. Even though I love prep, don't get me wrong, love prep, love dieting, and I'm sure in a few months time I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to lock the fuck in. But right now I'm just like so content with life outside of prep. I didn't have any post-prep blues. I was actually relieved, if anything, that prep was over. But we just had the best time. And yesterday I had cookies in the morning before I had my breakfast, and I didn't think twice about it. I had a croissant. I just had I just feel like I've got a really good level of food freedom right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely have my moments in the back of my mind where I'm like, oh my god, I'm eating like a horse, but I feel like I just have a lot more trust in my body to be able to like tolerate it. To be honest, I don't even care if I, come home 5 or 6 kilos heavier. I'm sure that won't be the case anyways, but even if I do come home and have gained a few kilos, I don't really care, because I know that my habits are so solid when I get back home. It's not going to be an issue. The one thing I am worried about is like if I don't have my period when I get back home, so that will kind of delay me getting back into my routine, because obviously I need my body to feel safe enough to have a cycle before I can, I shouldn't really be going back into a deficit. And I know like with all of this food that I'm eating out now calorically and the reduction in my movement, when I go back home I might naturally lose a bit of weight, and I need to recover. Like I cannot keep going on like this, because it's just driving me insane, and I'm just so tired of feeling shit all the time. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because chocolate is the theme right now, I'm gonna enjoy this little Balinese chocolate protein bar with my coffee this morning, because like I said, I woke up last night and my stomach was in so much pain because I was so like hungry, but I ate so much last night, so I don't know why. It's only 130 calories. It is 9 grams of carb. No, sorry, 9 grams of protein. So not loads, and 20 grams of carbs. But the ingredients is just pea protein isolate, kumara, dates, cocoa powder, and cocoa nibs. So pretty wholesome, fiber, protein, carbs, fats from the right sources. And I'm just going to do a little bit of work now and watch some YouTube. And I'm so stoked, because now that Henry's here, Amara will stay asleep for longer. Is your daddy silly? He's so silly.
Fixed.
Yes, done. Stunning. She keeps actually.